There we go. Hey, Bryce, how's it going? Yeah, I couldn't help myself cleaning up that Monkey Words wrench. Took me way back in time. Back when I was getting old gas and Buster Browns for school. And I played the fifth on which decade or century that was from. This is one of my grabs I got today. Hey, Danny, how's it going? One of my snags today. Yeah, I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, hex drive, a Dunlap no less. Well, you figure that was probably the 70s or 80s, and that was a big one. Oh, geez, that set probably still cost $25-$30, if not more. I never paid attention to prices back then. I was a kid and didn't care. So I'm gonna try. I want to get this done. I want to try and knock out these two, and I want to see if I can tidy this up. Maybe blue this one tonight. Got a nice little chunky one. The funny thing is, it says 3/4 and 7/8. Well, considering my thumb is an inch wide, this has to predate the standardization. Very much has to predate the standardization. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, wait. Hex sets. Yeah, quite a few of them that don't have names on them. The ones I got, I think it's more by design, where they put the knurling, where they put rings or whatever. I'm still learning. I just like them because if I see the Allen drive, then I know that they're not new. I'm trying to think who would actually be the most knowledgeable on that, because I know some of the guys, they can just look at that aspect of it. They can look at that side shot of it, and they can tell you exactly who made it, whether it was it Indestro, New Britain, and I think there was another one. Hey, Glenn, how's it going? Let's see. Remember those Craftsman sets that came up to 50 cents a piece? Oh, that I'm not. Was it something that I did? I don't know. See, yeah, all the brain cells are flying out after the hair flew out. Now I picked up oh no, that was today's video. Yeah, I finally got to read prints. 35 plus years of buying and collecting tools. I had never gotten one, and none of the Sears that I'd ever been in anywhere in the country did I ever see those up on the rack to be sold there in tool territory. So when I saw that in the Facebook Marketplace picture, I was like, oh, I think I know what that is. But the first thing that caught my eye and my attention was obviously that emerald green. And I was pretty sure that was going to be a SK, which it was. Come on, slow down. Thank you. Okay. Drawers are finally done. Nice and clean and shiny. Well, as clean as they're going to get. I just got to get the rest of this done. My rails are done. The other side are. I just got to get this stupid cart that DuPont made removed and build a platform. Then I can finally get that stupid thing in position. And I've already changed my mind 5 more times on what I'm going to do with it. So that's it. Reach up, itch the nose with the finger that's covered in grime off the socket. No, because it's got 2 thin drawers, 4 semi-deep drawers, then 1 large drawer at the bottom. I'm going to do ratchets in the top 2. Then the next drawer down will be quarter drive, then 3/8, then 1/2 inch. The 4th drawer down will be 3/4 drive. Figure that'd be the easiest way for me to keep tabs on, all my sockets. So it's starting to look good. Just got to get the inside looking better because it's kind of rough and horrible right now. I didn't have any plans or intentions on doing this one. I just wanted to try to work on the wrenches. But I looked down since I just at the desk and I was like, no, I got to get that Allen drive looking good. I hope everybody's weather today was good. Ours was drizzle and light rain all day. Wasn't the best because I had the shop door open and it just wasn't enjoyable because the temperature dropped almost 15-20 degrees when it rained. Oh, with all that grime in the puddle. Oh, what's that? Oh, very nice. I have not found anything from that side. Not in probably a month or two. I think the well dried up. Because I think the last couple things I found were some basic England. I think I found something from Spain. That was it. Oh, not bad. Oh. Awesome. Welcome to the chat. Well, about hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4 generations back. I've got German and Polish in me. I think 4 back, 5 back. I don't know. I'm a mutt. Heinz 57, a little bit of everything. If I did one of those DNA tests, it'd probably just like an old pinball machine, that the lights and buzzers that go off as they tilt. Oh yeah, no, that's not to my satisfaction. That's still a mess. I'm wondering whether this one was used on an old tractor of some type, not on anything major, because out here we got a lot of farmland, but it's the type of grease and grime that's hiding down inside it is usually what you find when you're dealing with mechanics. Since this was snagged locally in its age, it was probably an old piece of farm equipment. Well, what I'm calling old piece of farm equipment, Bryce will probably laugh at and say, "No, that's just new compared to what he finds up north." Getting closer. Getting closer. We got quite a few of those still running around here. It's awesome when we go up to the some kind of gas and steam or power show, and seeing younger people not understanding how some of those old engines fired up. I think the old fingers are a little calloused if I can just sit here and peel wire back without worrying about it punching through my hand. Actually, I saw somebody a couple years ago. They took parts and pieces. They basically made a rat rod out of with a Harley, and it had the old spring seat, had a little peanut tank. But that's exactly what they used to kick it over, was the old shell start. I don't know what machine they pulled it out of, but yeah, it was just a hodgepodge of parts and pieces. I wouldn't have rode it. Too many things wide open, that would have got my leg or my pants tangled up in it. Oh, and he had a suicide shifter on it too. That was only about that tall in the back, probably this far away from the rear axle. There's no way I'd have been free-handed reaching back, because I would have ended up trying to end up grabbing the wheel. But yeah, it had what he had looked like a 410 casing cut in half. And that's what he used to crank it over. Come on. Now let's see if it's good enough. Yeah. I don't know if it's visible, but that's nice and tidy now. Not bad for its age. So it's a Dunlap. Very difficult to see, but it's a 9/16 12 point hex drive. So I throw it on the floor. Got it all nice and clean, so I throw it on the dirty floor of the shop. Okay. Yeah, gotta get that mess. Now I'm on call, so if that phone goes off, then I got a boogie. So I'm on call for a week. So I thought about working on this fleet wrench, but I don't want to get started on the wrench and then turn around and have an alert, me have to scramble. I hate having things taken apart and then have to come back and try to deal with putting it back together at some other time. Well, it would probably be a long, boring trek in because I've got to get dressed, I got to get prepped, and then I got a 45-minute to an hour drive in, depending upon where in our footprint. The problem is, or it could be like, oh, I hope not. I didn't look to see who the guys up north are, because I might be the only fiber person in the whole area. So if I gotta go chase a fiber problem down, then I could be anywhere. So now, usually when I tear apart a ratchet, I want to just do it start to finish, and I don't want to have to break away. Yeah, I think this beautiful guy right here is going to have to be the next one to get worked on. So what we can do with this little monster. It's still visible under the rust. It's a westline. I bet I could. Let me see what odd things I have. It wouldn't lock up, so there's no ball detent on those. But since I do have an assortment of weird pieces, kind of like for oil pans and stuff like that, and other weird engine parts, might be able to cobble something. I don't know. My luck, it wouldn't have the correct size. So just for giggles, what I do with it? Nope, that was too big. Oh, that'll work. Of course, that's a 1/2 inch. It would be a 1/2 inch. So theoretically, yes. So I have a Williams 1/2 inch to hex. Like I said, because where they were made, there's no ball detent. So theoretically, yes, you can adapt it over. Of course, it'll fall off, but could be used. It's a good fit. It doesn't wobble, no more than any other. And it goes right up in deep enough to hit the main bulk of the body. So yeah. That's Vera, West Germany. So this is probably for an oil pan or something like that. I guess that's the nice thing of me collecting all the oddball stuff that I collect. is that I have so many weird one-off parts, tools. I could probably adapt almost anything. Still on the lookout for the right screws for this little monster, and see what I can do to try to get that locked down and be back in action. That'd be pretty cool. But it seems to free spin, so I think there's something I need to get a spring in there that's got more tension to push the anvil up. Ooh. Not like I'm gonna be putting scaffolding together anytime soon, but it was still cool to get that and have that put together. A little Craftsman. Woo! That's hot. The only bad thing about stamp tools is it always has that spine. Makes it difficult to get rust and crud out of them. Oh, hey George. Yeah, no worries. I know how that work thing goes because I'm currently on call. So I'm just waiting for the phone to go bing, bing, bing and say, gotta go, gotta go. Are we back? Hope we're back. Yay, nay. We good or did I kill the feed? I accidentally hit the button on the side that turned the phone off, so I don't know if I'm live again or not. Okay. Woo. It's what happens when I don't pay attention to stuff. But yeah, I'm on call. And earlier today, I was debating whether I wanted to attempt to do this or I was just going to wait till next weekend. I just wish Mother Nature would make up her mind what weather she wants. One day we go from sweating, the next day right back into a sweatshirt. I've had my fill of this roller coaster weather. I really have. And this just could be a matter of time before I end up getting sick, especially with me working outside the way I do. I think it would be with the bell, because I think with the bell it would alert you on anything that gets activated. Oop. Squirrels are running away. Squirrels are running away. Well, for the most part, my Friday night lives are at 9 p.m. I don't bounce the times. The only time it's something different is if, like last Saturday, I was trying to time it with Daniel because he's over in the Netherlands. So we were trying to offset and balance that time zone thing. The thing right now, it's 2:30 in the morning over there. Hey, I don't have one handy, but I got the wrench, and I know since I'm in the shop, I also got the lead pipe. I just don't have the rope. I still like playing that board game, even though there ain't a whole lot to it. Still a lot of fun. Get the gunk off that I created. I need a dry one. There we go. Nice and tidy. Even the inset of the jaw line looks good. It helped if I figure out that. And there we go. Westline. Definitely looks better. So 5/8, 3/4. I don't have many Westline. I have a couple here and there. Really didn't pay attention to Westline until some of the guys had got them in their auction lots or flea market hauls. Or George, who just goes out in his backyard, digs a hole and pulls tools out. I think he grows them like we grow a garden. On tools. So yeah, I'm actually on a roll tonight. Good grief. I got the Westline looking good. And then, all right, George, before you roll, check that one out. Dunlap, 9/16, 12 point. Allen drive. Good night. Be safe. Have good, try to have a good day at work. Sorry if I missed anything. I'm not good at paying attention to messages. And I'm trying to bounce between a small screen with the picture and then the computer. Oh. Uh-oh. My other screen is just spinning, so I don't know if I'm still rolling or it crashed. This got that. I don't know whether this is an official finish or this is something, because I had 3 wrenches out of this. Is with that looked like it had silver paint put on it. So I wonder whether they it chips off like paint. So I'm wondering whether it was a paint coating that they put on just to identify their tools from somebody else's. But before I get squirreled away too much, I think it's time to play with the little one. This one's definitely old because, like I said, it says 7/8 and 3/4. And like I said, on the 3/4 side, My thumb is 1 inch wide. So this predates any standardization. So let's make sure I got what I need over here after the fact. I got a little bit of alcohol to clean it up. Still got some blue. I got other blue. I have to double blue it just to give it that nice dark to it. Yeah, so let's go hit the bench and shine this up, get this cleaned up. I should have everything I need, and then we can blue it. Got some still wool, but I got a whole mountain of it over there. So I think this one will look really good with being blued. Sorry, I'm trying to. Yeah. Make sure my air thing's still running. This is a Bonnie. It's actually an LY Bonnie. When I get done with this, I'm going to have to send this a picture of this the rest of Rob so he can tell me all about it. The only bad thing of working on the big wrenches, it's a whole lot of surface area to try to deal with. Oh, gotta hold it. I heard something make noise. Okay, wasn't this one. Not worried about it. I can get back to it. This side got a lot more micro pitting. It's tracking and holding a lot more rust particles. So it's getting better. So you got the LY Bonnie, the shield, side stamped of LY. Yeah, almost looks like alligator skin right here. That makes it hard to clean. So let's go back that direction. Oop. And that's over there. Okay. iPhone 8. I know some of that still got a 4. I can't do much with it because it can't upgrade it update it anymore. It still functions, but it's hyper limited. The way I always look at it, if it works and does what you want, then ain't no need to upgrade it. I mean, this right here is a that's a what I'm using to record go live on. That's a Note 20, and they got rid of the Note line a long time ago. It's even got a cracked screen too. But it works. It's what I use to do the videos, my videos. I'm not famous. I can't drop $1,000 on a camera system just to do videos. And I definitely ain't got that kind of money to throw away like that. I wouldn't call it throwing it away because it'd be used. But I think you know what I mean. Now I'm trying to get everything out of the cracks and crevices of this. It's almost like a dried lizard skin or micro hammering. Now the only reason I do what I do like this is go forward and backwards all the way down the line and then go longwise is with the rotation of the cup. It'll get into the cracks, crevices, stamping. But if I go this way, it attacks it from one angle. And then when I go longwise, it attacks it the other way. And gets all of those little dents and dings and dimples, especially like here, that what I call the alligator skin. It's like micro hammering on the back. That catches dirt, debris, and everything, especially rust. So by going this way and then going back and forth this way, it gets everything out of all the grooves, including all the stamping. I got tired of sitting there trying to nitpick and poke or trying to use these just to deal with all the little stuff. Then I thought about the concept of everything. I said, no, if I go back and forth and then go the opposite direction, it should be able to get into any cracks, crevices, stamping, dents, dings. It should be able to get any debris out of there. And I think that's part of why when I do blue, things, that the blue takes a little bit better, because I do make, by doing that, it helps make sure that there's no impurities or anything hiding under it, so it goes right out onto the raw metal. Of course, I'm talking and doing this, and I don't remember which one I've done, which one I haven't done yet. So I'll just have to go back over this side in case I did it. Now I go cheap with the wire brushes between the wheel. Oh, here, I'll grab them in a minute. Let me finish this up real quick. And before anybody says anything, yes, I am using my fingers as a guide for the cup here. Because if not, it has a pinching like the big wire wheel. If you saw it earlier, it grabs a little piece of it and wants to cause a huge jump. So yeah. That's what that is, it grabbing and jumping. Okay, for short term, definitely getting better. Definitely looks better than what it did, but I want to blue it. I think this whole body needs to be blued. Still got to clean the inner piece here. Now, yeah, it ain't got the I also do this. This only has X amount of RPMs. So the RPMs are only so fast. Dremel runs at a higher rate of speed. But yeah, this is great for cleaning the inside of like deep well sockets, because it goes right on through. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh no, dude. Here. Well, I can't do it because it's not real metal. Or sorry, let me rephrase that. It's a non-ferrous metal. These wire bits are non-ferrous. Oh no, I've got them poked in all over my clothes. Not so much my hands, but I do occasionally feel them bounce off my head. I don't know. I buy the El Cheapo ones. So I get those, and the cups. I think it's like 300 of them, assortment pack for $60. Uh, I've got thousands of. If you ever see me just sit there and kind of do the little flip, 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 that's because I'm seeing a wire. Or if all of a sudden I stop and I'm kind of digging at my shirt or my pant leg, that's because one of the wires is going in poking at me. I'm kind of doing this for so long. I've kind of gotten used to becoming a pincushion. So I just kind of accept that. I just try to make sure I clear all of it off before I go in the house with grandkids running around. And I've already had to pull a couple of these out of my wife's foot. So yeah, that's not a good thing when I track wire bits into the house. No, yeah, as far as cleaning, I use everything. The big boy Dremel, my angry mosquito, which is the little one. I was using this to polish with buff with plastics on the SK quarter drive spinner. Got it looking a whole lot better now. I mean, I had it looking okay for the video. It looks a whole lot better now that it's gotten put away in the drawer. That I got the Milwaukee drill, got a DeWalt drill, 12-volt regular ones. I hate to say it, but I think down close to my heel, I think I got one that's buried in there. Of course, it doesn't help that I'm out here. I don't wear tennis shoes out here. I wear Crocs out here, so yeah, I'm pretty sure I got one. I got a little piece of wire that's buried up in right in the back set of my heel. Because every now and then when I take a step, I feel something that kind of pings. But I can tell you right now, I don't mind it. Because if anybody that's played up and down the East Coast around sand dunes, they know all about them little damn sand spurs. Those are miserable on the bottom of your feet. I don't mind a little stray wire here and there because usually I can find it, grab tweezers, pull it out. Those sand spurs, I swear they're barbed and they don't want to come out. Or when you go to try to take them off, it pops and leaves the one of the spikes in. Then you got to sit there and try to get to that and pull it out. But I use different tools for depending upon how much torque I need and attitude I need to put on it. If I'm trying to get rust off of, say this Bonnie, if there's a little bit of rust and crud on it, then I'd probably go with what I call the angry mosquito. And the reason why I call it that is, helps if it's plugged in. Because it's got a small motor, there's a high pitched whine to it. So little motor, little high RPM motor. Sounds like an angry mosquito when I got the wire wheel on it, or plastic wheel. Sorry, Magdad's plastic wheel. So, but if I know I've got to put some attitude because of the fact that this is not plated like this one is, then I need something that's got a little more attitude. Because as nice as this thing has been so far, if you put too much tension on it, you load the motor up too much, it has an automatic cutoff on it. So the good thing is you don't burn it up. The bad thing is you cut it off, now you got to turn it back on. Okay. Hold on. Something ain't right. Ah. Okay. I gotta get a fan going. I'll have to do that in a minute. My filters, my prime filter for the air handler is getting clogged. Okay, need a little oxygen. Well, even though I smoked for 20 some years, still got very good lungs. That side's clean. That side looks good. Just got to make that side look good. Give it a nice little alcohol bath. We could start bluing. How could I tell that my air handler filter was getting clogged up, even though it's behind me and above my head? Is because when I'm over here, when it's doing its job, and I'm running this, any crud, rust, or whatever flows right. Well, not easy to see, but anybody that's seen knows that literally right here is the pegboard. It pulls this way and goes up to the ceiling, pulls across. When I started doing this, all of a sudden the airflow started pulling towards me. That's how I realized my filters were getting clogged up. Because when I saw the pattern of the debris coming off of it was not going away and up, it was coming at me. I knew that was a problem. And I kind of don't want to be breathing rust. Probably not good for me. How old are wood handle screwdrivers and 1/4-inch socket drivers from Snap-on? That's kind of a relative. That's kind of a relative thing, because I've seen some that I've seen some wood handles that were actually stamped and dated from the early 80s, but I know they had some in the 40s and 50s, I think it was. But they're usually specialties. I know Mac randomly puts out wood handled screwdrivers. I think it's just they do specialty runs, kind of like in October when they do the pink tools. All the companies do the pink tools. You don't see them often, but every now and then you do see them. And I know I think I have a Mac wood handled. I think that's from the early to mid 90s. So time to hold my breath for a bit. Okay. Yeah, I think Snap-on Mac, Stanley, Irwin. I know there's one other company I got hiding up in the one of the drawers. They all have the same basic handle design. You know, square, slightly rounded corners with the hash marks going up the sides. The only thing that's really different is probably the metal for the screwdriver and the collar. Different material collars and obviously the stamping on them. So next step, I guess, is give it a bath. But anybody that wants the blue, make sure you clean, because even though it looked nice, looked shiny, it's still dirty. And that dirt, the bluing will not take. Oh, no, 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 no. You ain't supposed to be doing that. Okay, let that dry. Get some of the crud off my hands. Since this one's kind of on the chunky side, I think I may have to use two couple sheets here. This is gonna be fun. I think what I'm gonna do is what I did before on one other tool that kind of give it a little bit of a different sheen to it. Is I'm gonna use the G96 first, then clean it up, wipe it down, hit it with a steel wool, let it sit for a minute, then go over the top of that with Oxbow blue. I did it on another tool, and it gave a really nice coloring to it. I have Super Blue, G96, and Oxbow Blue. G96 you got to rinse. Super Blue you got to rinse. Oxbow Blue you don't have to rinse. You can just go to town with it. I still occasionally rinse because just out of habit. But as long as the metal is cleaned up, no debris on it, no rust, no particles, no grime, then that's why I tear up some 91% isopropyl. I use that to clean. And by cleaning it, it tries to get rid of all the impurities that would interfere with bluing doing its thing. So let's try. Of course, I ordered the wrong stuff. This is a cream, so it's almost like a paste. It's good if you want to control where it goes, because you know the liquid, it just oozes everywhere. If I remember right, I used this when if anybody saw me do the adjustable wrench, because of it being a paste and running the brush, I can control where the bluing goes. But on something like this, that blowing's going everywhere. I don't want it. Doesn't have to be in any one spot, because even the internals is going to get dealt with. Just a matter of putting a nice coat on it. And when you're doing this, obviously you got to randomly do that, because you'll get as it starts doing its thing and you're going back and forth on it, you start picking up the crud as it dries. This side's the slow side because it's a cream. The liquid coats quicker, faster, obviously, because it's thinner. And like with the wire brush, I'm going back and forth, changing directions to get down in that alligator skin, especially on this one. Fun. Trying to make sure you hit every little crack and crevice so it's an even coating. As you see, it's already, I don't know if you can see, but it's starting to dry up on this. Uh, yeah, I didn't know they had any kind of paste either. I'd never seen paste before until it came in the mail, and I went and I started shaking the bottle, and I couldn't understand why I could feel the weight, but I couldn't hear it slosh around. Cracked the cap, and I was like, oh, read the bottle. I said, well, it would have been smart if I would have paid attention to the description before I just clicked on it, ordered it, and had it shipped to the house. Yeah, we went to a school book fair to get books for the grandkids. Well, actually, we do a couple once or twice a year, and I found that because prices at those large book fair places for that are open basically year round, they're a great source for uh, uh, paintbrushes. Sorry, brain's not braining. Uh, get a pack of cheap paintbrushes for kids to do little art projects. They work great for this, for bluing. Pay a few bucks, get a dozen of them, and then all of a sudden, if you ruin one, oh well, just send it down the road. There you go. See, now you can laugh. I'm not left-handed, so I'm trying to operate backwards. Okay, I'm not liking this. Either I'm getting a bad reflection, or I've got a patch of metal up here that is not taking any bluing. But this is the smooth side of the smoother side, I should say, of the wrench. So there's a good chance that because of my LED lights that it's just a reflection that I'm not. As you see my wonderful painting techniques, that's why I don't paint. Oh well. This is the part that's fun because this is the part that is got the, I guess you could call it the grain, kind of like with wood. If anybody's worked with older wrenches, then you know that you just see a row of lines, because pretty much almost like they used a saw to cut it out. Because almost every older wrench that I've worked on in the jawline is just nothing but a bunch of serrations. God, I didn't want my fingerprints on this, but I guess it is what it is. I think I got it all. Wasn't paying attention. Really wasn't paying attention. Hey, how you doing? I can't say happy Friday to me. I can say happy Friday to you. I'm on call. I'm on call for until next Thursday. Anytime you're on call, it's never a good week. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be doing it like this. I know with this stuff, I probably should have gloves on. But with paws like this, gloves don't fit too well. Oh. So, Cafe Bustelo container. So, yeah, what usually when I put them on, they're either short here, or as soon as I grab to go do something, they split either on the fingers or in the back because they just, and that's 2XL gloves that usually don't fit. Give this a minute to dry and do its magic. And then I got to take it over to the, oh, Houston, I got a problem. I don't have that bucket anymore. Time out. I'll be back in a minute. I got to run in and get some water. Sorry it took so long. I forgot all about. I had a 5-gallon bucket that I was using for that had water in it because the Snap-on box, chemicals, corrosion, and other junk in the box gunked up the all 16 slide rails on it. So I'd soak it into greaser, I'd soak it in Simple Green, other stuff to get the crud off it. Then I had a 5-gallon bucket that I was using as a rinse container. I forgot I dumped it because I'm done with the rails. Didn't dawn on me until I was about to go. Nope. Speaking about being a pin cushion, there's one, a high dollar wire brush. Sit in the water for a minute, swish it around, flip it. Because theoretically, it neutralizes, the water neutralizes it. But with the cream, it's a little slimier and grimier, and it takes a lot more to clean it. Well, that's slimed up. Still got a lot of slime on it, but it's definitely looking better. Of course, I'm sure with all this beautiful alligator skin on the back of it, it's going to make it a whole lot of fun to try to clean up. Okay. Get the bucket of water out away from my feet. If not, I'll kick it, knock it over. No, I have not done any hot bluing. I've done, after bluing, I've heated the tools up with a heat gun where they're really nice and warm and toasty. And then when they're really nice and warm and toasty, that's when sometimes I'll put oil on and then just let it sit there. But I do that when it's like 85, 90 degrees outside already. That way it doesn't cool down quickly. It lets it absorb and kind of soak in. So step one, it's getting there. Then we'll give it a little scrub up. Hopefully there's enough steel wool left here to do the wrench. And then see how it takes. Mm, I like that so far. This is about as much fun as sanding. So if anybody does any woodworking, they know exactly what I'm talking about. That's out of the wire wheel. Oh, that'd be cool. Did you now linseed oil? Did you order from Europe the good stuff, or did you get that weird, funky stuff that'll catch fire that is used here in the U.S.? Because I have some standard stuff from here, and I won't use it no more. Uh, Besides the fact that it leaves a nasty yellow residue after over time. But I'd found somewhere on my computer, I don't know what I did with it, but I have a company. It's a little pricey, but it's worth getting. It's over in Europe that you can get. Uh, you can buy it here in the U.S., but it comes from Europe, and that is non-chemistry set uh, linseed oil. So hasn't been touched yet, but the top has. So the heads is the only thing that's been worked on. I kind of like that coloring right there. So I think it might just stay with this one. I may not, I don't know. I may just do it just to see if I can make it darker. That's one hard thing to do when you're doing this on old tools. There's so many dents, dings, and imperfections in them, even though they last a million years. Is now you got to try to look and see if you missed anything. I've never heard of any problems with tung oil. All I've ever heard of is boiled linseed oil is flammable. And I mean more on a combustible side, that it doesn't take much to cause it to become combustible. But I'm assuming it's because it's not, what we get here is not raw linseed oil. I'm sure it's been cut and filtered and chemically enhanced to thin it out. And I'm sure that whatever they use to do that, that's probably what causes the problems. I just haven't ordered any because I think it's like $45 for a jug, but you don't need as much. It takes very little. Takes a lot less. Probably because it's pure. Oh, trying to think, it's not working. Yeah, make sure I covered all bases. But no, I still have some here, and I used it. Had no idea. I'm sure anybody that's watched me before knows my dirty trick. All the wire bits for the oh, hang on. All the wire bits off the steel wool. Okay, got that one. Get your surface wet with a good cleaner and a nice blue towel. There's all your wire bits. As you can see, very little residue left behind. I'm not going to tell you how many decades I fought cleaning up steel wool bits and debris. I just stumbled into doing that on my own probably about 7-8 months ago. Had a rag in my hand and I just grabbed it, sprayed it, got it wet. It says, oh yeah, that's the way to do it. So here it is with a light bluing on it. I think I'm going to leave it that shade. I don't think I want it any darker than that. It has a little bit of the darkness of a bluing, but it kind of has that almost a dark titanium color that just gives it an industrial look. That and the stamping explodes, and that B shield is still standing proud. Although I'm pretty sure that would probably look good with a nice deep darker blue on it, kind of like what I did with that one Ford F wrench. But since that wrench is more of an industrial wrench than anything else, I think I want to keep it this color. I need something to drink since I apparently started this and didn't grab myself anything to drink. Oh. Let that sit for a bit. Then put some oil on it. Let it sit and saturate and soak in. Then that one will be done. Oh, I was wondering why it was getting toasty out here. Frickin' 60 degrees in the shop. Okay, let me get off the page or off the screen. This is coming off. Oh my goodness. Okay. Much better. Much better. 60 degrees is too hot for a sweatshirt. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Oh. Need a couple pieces of paper towel, and it's not because of this, it's because of my hands. Oh, sorry. Didn't realize I put my drink in the middle of everything. What happened to live when I that Saturday one I did with Daniel with the audio. Yeah, never found out the true source of the audio distortion because I went through and checked everything on my computer and everything else, plus my phones. I had no duplicate mic or speakers active. So that's what led me to believe that the problem was the audio and video were out of sequence. And because every now and then on my lives, I can look up and it'll say reconnecting. And I think right after it went into that reconnect, I think that's when the audio and video got out of sync. Or it tried to duplicate the audio. So it had the audio coming in, because there's a delay. There's a delay from what I'm doing to what you're seeing. And with it having, I think, a 5-second delay, I think it basically buffers that. I guess that's so the Gemini can look and make sure I'm not doing anything that violates whatever's. So that they can kind of pre-monitor the live and be able to cut a live off if it violates the rules of service or whatever they want to call it. So when it did a resync in the middle, I got a feeling in that buffer we had a video, 2 audios, and the audios were, instead of just one audio, I had 2 audios. They were out of phase with each other, and that's where it was causing the audio distortion. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Oh, time to get the hands clean. Oh, let that sit and soak for a minute. Sneak peek. Got me another wrench. This one is a 25. So now I got a 22, 23, 25, and a 45. And all 4 are Bonnie. I just need to find out how many variations they've had throughout the course of the lifetime of that company. That actually depends on what kind of 3-in-1 you get. I don't know what I did with them. It might be over there somewhere. But you have 3-in-1 is not just basic. This is multi-purpose oil. There's 3-in-1 has oils for a sewing machine. Some of them have. There's one that's specifically for motors. So for small motors, it's specifically designed for that. If I remember right, there's a minimum of 5 variations to 3-in-1 oil. It's not all just your stock standard one type, one container. Trying to see if they have like a list. So you have basic multi-purpose oil. You have motor oil, professional pneumatic oil, dry lube, penetrant oil, and all temperature silicone oil. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's currently 6 types. So there's 6 variations to their to it. I haven't used anything other than multi-purpose and motor, and that's for like small motors, like sewing machines, small motors, like what we use on a belt-driven, small belt-driven benchtop equipment. Because this is, I wouldn't say it's clear. It's a light golden color. And I only knew about the motor version and the multi-purpose oil because that's all I've ever seen. And my grandfather's the only reason I knew that there was the one for small motors, because that's what was used on my grandmother's sewing machine. And the funny thing is somewhere, wherever I had it, I have the metal can. It's the actual metal can that he had. I think I did a video at one point in time where I showed earlier this summer after I came back from Michigan. I think I did one that had with tins on some of the tins I brought back. Try to clean my hands up real quick. Jeez. Apparently I got a fingerprint right in the middle of my glasses, so I can't see. Hey, there we go. Now I can see. Thank you. I'm not brand loyal. If I have earlier last year, I did toolbox tours. Anybody that's seen them knows I'm not brand loyal. I got Bonnie, good old Craftsman, SK, Snap-on, Popular Mechanics, because I think that used to be out of Walmart a long time ago. It's a speed wrench. Pennins, And as you noticed, I got that for the pickup truck, throwing the pouch in the back of the pickup truck, and got the 4-piece for free. And as you, I think I did that last week. I've been so busy, I still haven't got that taken apart. And even though it's brand new, I still tear it down, clean it out, re-lube it, put it back together, and I still got to get it into. I have boxes and pouches behind the back seat in the truck for tools. I just wanted one of the small flex heads for the truck because Ford and their infinite engineering, they put stuff in some of the dumbest locations ever. So instead of me trying to lay on the bench seat down underneath the dashboard and try to take stuff apart, it'd be good to have something that I can get a little slight different angle on. I haven't had any problems with my icons, but at the same time, I don't abuse tools either. I have all my original Craftsman from when I was in junior high. No, I haven't. We have one O'Reilly's, but it's about 20 miles away. No. Jeez. Now you got me. Now I got to try to figure it out. O'Reilly's. Well, it's 20 minutes away. So it's 50. Oh, I was close. 15 miles away. So O'Reilly's is 15 miles away. I do have about 8 miles away. I have Advance Auto, and Advance Auto and Napa. Now I have I think I have one or two of the Gen 2s in the big box with my one or two other ratchets. Yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Yep, just one or two other ratchets. Not including the 4 that are sitting on my bench. Or the Gen 1s are okay. They're okay. Gen 2s, they have definitely improved. They definitely improved the quality and the durability of the ratchets. The Gen 2, I might actually put a little more attitude in it on, say, 3/8 before I stepped up to 1/2 inch. But I can tell you right now, it won't beat a 50-year-old SK ratchet. It might not have 18,000 teeth to it, but that old SK ratchet, you can put some serious attitude on it and it won't hurt it. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, I'm running into a little difficulties with the Postal Service right now. So something's changing. So I may have to it's boxed. It's almost ready to go. I've got everything I need to make the declaration. Even though I am still worried somebody's going to get stupid and try to do something about it, but for now, we'll just play it that way. But I've got stuff I got to get set up because they just to send out. Well, just send out an envelope like this with that chip in it. starts at $10 per envelope. Only because of that chip. If I didn't have the chip, it'd be a basic. It would have been a basic stamp, 73-cent stamp. So with that, plus I got something I got to get to George and Rob. I started playing on their site about the numbers, and I was like, yeah, nope. I'm gonna try this. Do it from home. Do it from home and go through one of the other companies that does bulk. Oh yeah, without a doubt. And the funny thing is, I got a huge box from. I got a huge box, and the funny thing is, it's not far from Don. It was when I was a kid back in the late 70s. They had US One electric trucking. So basically, it was the little slot cars, but it was with semi trucks, and you had a bunch of attachments. You could drop logs into a dump truck, little plastic pellets like gravel into a semi, run around, dump them, load them, and all that. So wanted, I had that when I was a kid in the 70s. And probably 4 or 5 years ago, I just really wanted to build that set, rebuild it. So I was playing on eBay and doing this and doing that. And next thing I know is I found one out of BC. So I paid a little bit more, but it only cost for that huge US One electric truck and set to be packaged, boxed, all that, sent through was it Canada Post or whatever it is, and then get it through customs and then over to US and then delivered to me. It was only $28. I'm like, that was just a couple years ago. I was like, okay, that's fine. But then I started looking at some tools from eBay, and I don't know what happened up there, but I had reached out to a couple people, and they flat said it wouldn't be worth the money because Canada Post is jacked their prices, especially trying to send it to the US over to Europe. I don't know whether some policy change or too many people were sending stuff out and they decided that's where they're going to try to grab money. But I had a guy, oh geez. Well, I know a guy up there near Newfoundland, and there was a guy up probably about an hour and a half out of Hamilton that I was talking with about, them getting some tools and then sending me some of the tools. And they're the ones that told me that, yeah, Canada Post, their prices has just gotten stupid for anything that leaves the country. That's well, Dave, I know you know this, but Don, I don't know if I think Dave knows what I'm going to dig out, but I don't. I don't know if I've pulled these out when Don's been around. You still hanging out here with us, Don? Yep, there we go. There you go. So I know Dave knows about it because I pulled this one out before, but I don't know if I pulled these out, Don, when you've been on. All right, Tay, you have a good night. Have a good weekend. Be safe. I can tell you that that 30 cents uh, is it's over 40 years old. Probably somewhere between 42 and 45 years old. Uh, when I picked them up, and I picked those. And the funny thing about it is, I don't know how I got my hands on it. We went north. We were up at Wawa because we went to the Upper Peninsula and then migrated up to Wawa. And then we came back and we were just wandering, adventuring around. I guess we stopped somewhere, and somehow I ended up with 30 cents in Canadian Tire money. Oh, I just missed the days when a driver's license, all you needed to go from Michigan to Canada, and you just went back and forth. And that, as long as you weren't transporting fruit or anything dumb, you hit the border, show them your driver's license, and say, "Hey, where you going?" "I'm going over here." "Why?" "Well, I want to go. I'm going shopping." "Okay, enjoy." As long as you weren't bringing fruits or something like that back. That was back when it was nice and easy. But now you gotta have ID. You have to have passports. You gotta give them 2 gallons of blood. That's to go one direction. Then you got to do the same thing to come back. It's just gotten stupid. I I guess I'm just old, and I miss the old days where if we wanted to go, like if you went to Niagara Falls, you can bounce on either side with no problem. Hey, how's it going? Okay, this has been sitting and soaking long enough. So there she is. After the bluing and letting it sit and soak with the oil. So you got the shield that's in good shape, the LY Bonnie with the shield. 39. I couldn't read it inverted in upside down. So when I took a look at it after the G96, and I knew it was going to darken up a little bit with the oil, letting the oil soak in. And I was like, nah, I think this is just the best way it could be. So I think that's the best coloring. Any darker than this, any darker than that, I don't think it would have looked right. I think it needs to have that. It's got to have that industrial look because of the fact that it's an industrial wrench. It just can't have that dark blue. I think I've already put that Ford F wrench that I did. I think I put that one away. That one took, and it got really dark blue. For a Ford wrench, it actually looks good. Not for that. This needs to still have a little bit of just a slight titanium color to it. I got to get a picture of this while I'm thinking about it. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. I need to get a pic to get a pic to Resto Rob. Oh, I have a bat that needs some sonar lessons. Okay. Sorry, I had to do a little quick video so I can send it to Rob. Yeah, it's not too late. No, what I was saying is got a bat that needs a some sonar lessons. I just had the fly into and hit the garage door. But we've had a lot of bugs all of a sudden. I had a cut by the old cleaners. I had 5 garden spiders. Not big, little guys, only about that big. 5 of them were stuck down inside. So yeah. Well, there's, I don't know if you saw it or not, but there she is, all done, blued, and oiled. So it gives it that nice dark look. Good old Bonnie. Thank you. Yeah. I have to actually be up closer to town before I can place an order. It's about, for me, it takes about 20 minutes to go get a pizza each way. And that's the nearest place. It takes 40 to 50 minutes for me to get to a Walmart. But it's peaceful. Don't hear sirens. Don't hear a bunch of traffic. Hear the occasional knucklehead out on the back roads running hard, usually with loud exhaust, but usually don't hear it too much. Oop. Yeah. Okay. So got the Bonnie done looking good. Got the westline looking good. Yeah, I don't know. Did this one earlier. Probably upside down. I can't see. So yeah, got that one all tidied up earlier. Oh, I ain't saying that we're totally quiet, because yeah, when we got knuckleheads that want to go ripping, they're gonna come out here in the back, out here. We have a couple sections that are pretty straight shot. That is back roads. They figured out here nobody's gonna call or complain. I did something else. I remember. Oh, I know what it was. For those that haven't been on but know me, I got a 12 point, all nice and tidied. Yeah. Inside. Oh, there we go. Inside's all nice and clean of this 12 point. But the cool thing is it's a hex drive. And what's even better yet, yeah, it is a Dunlap. So for me, of all my, I mean, I got New Britain and Indestro sets right up here on the shelf above, literally right above where the camera's sitting. But that's Dunlap. I've never seen Dunlap in a hex drive. I didn't even know they existed. But of course, now that I found one, that means I got to go find more because I can't just have one. I got to find the rest of the sizes. I got to find the ratchet. And then I got to find the Allen piece. There's one of the sets I got. I am missing one, not out of this set. It's out of the other set. Well, actually, no. I need one out of this set because that one's got one that's shattered. Then I have this set, which has, sorry, didn't realize how close it was, has a small quarter, a large 3/8, the ratchet, the screwdriver bit or drag link bit, but I am missing one socket out of the set. So for their age, they're in pretty good shape. So I think it's New Britain, Indestro, and now I got to find Dunlap. Now the video hasn't come out yet, but I did finally find my micros that I've been searching for. So here's a sneak peek. These are Craftsman. I've seen some of the guys find these over the last year or so. A couple of them found that up at our local junk shop. I think that one's going to come out Wednesday because tomorrow. I think tomorrow's video. Not tomorrow, but Sunday's video. I haven't done it yet. Is I might be working on this Craftsman. I finally got my hands on a Flying V ratchet. So I'll probably work that and do that one for Sunday's video. I have found some Eastco recently. I haven't dug into the history on them, which side, whether East Coast, West Coast, or whatever. But I have found a handful of Eastco sockets over the last couple months. Okay, let me get a sip. Time to take paint off this little tappet. See what I can do with this. Hopefully I can get this one to look nice. I think I have one or two others that were painted silver. And like I said earlier, I think it was painted silver because somebody used it to identify their tools from somebody else's tools. So it's time to go that way. If I don't trip and fall. Woo! Orientation is incorrect. I know. I'm moving. I'm playing Blair Witch now. Whatever that silly movie was. We'll work on this one soon. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shine this one up. Haven't fully decided, but I think I'm going to shine this one up, blue this one. I'm going to try to give it a dark bluing. And then I'm going to take an ink pen, a paint pen, and go over the Made in USA in the Pyrofax name. Not like they did here, but actually go over the top of it so that the letters just jump out. But I haven't figured out what color paint to put on the letters, but I know I want to try to make that as dark and blue as possible. H2177, I think that's a wizard. Alloy steel. Ooh. I got a little too toasty too quick. Yep. It's a wizard. Got some pretty rough pitting on it. Then somebody sprayed silver paint over the top of it. I think that's why I like older tools better than newer tools. They're so much easier to clean up. Somebody threw silver paint right over the top of rust. If you were going to paint a tool, clean the rust off it first. There is nothing like taking paint off a tool to find a layer of rust hiding underneath it. Oh, let's try to go back. It was looking better, but so we got 9/16 alloy steel on that side, H2177 there, 5/8 forged US, and there's the wizard name. And the only reason why I kind of recognize this because the H is I have some other wizard tools that are stamped similarly to that. Oh, they even painted over the rust in the inside. Not a lot of rust, but there was rust done in the gully. Yeah, people don't realize when they paint over the rust like that, that rust is still going to keep eating away at the metal underneath it. I'm pretty sure that's why that wizard side's got such bad pitting to it. The paint that was over the top where you really couldn't see much, it was smooth. But when I got down under this is where I first started seeing rust underneath it. I always thought it was funny. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this over the years that tappet wrenches are a whole lot thinner, whole lot lighter, but they cost a whole lot more. They use probably half the material to make them, but they charge 4 times as much just to buy a set. I don't remember if I went back and forth on this side or not. Well, that ain't bad. That one came out real nice after the getting rid of the paint and the garbage. Even looks better in there. I think I have a total of 7 or 8 tappet wrenches, sorted companies. All of them are old. I might have to go through one day and line them up to see if I've at least come close to a set with sizes. Just noticed something a little odd too. There's a D right there in front of the wizard stamp. I don't know if that's a date code or whoever made it for them. Do not know. I don't have a whole lot of knowledge on Wizard. I just know I know I find some of them. I know they're USA made, so I add it to the pile of stuff I collect. Primarily, I find them as sockets. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, well, it's been a long day. I know there's a stupid timer on this because it's rebooted me a couple times, but I think I'm coming up on 3 hours now. I think I'm going to have to bail out so I can try to catch some sleep. After all, I'm waiting for this thing to do its thing since I'm on call. So I think I'm going to call it a night and start this fun all again tomorrow. Get more done. Can't complain. It's been fun. Enjoyed chatting with everybody. And it's also helped me knock out a couple more things on my backlog. Because my backlog is, after getting that box and stuff people have sent me, my backlog is way out there. So, everybody have a good day. Have a good night. Good weekend. Be safe. And as always, good luck in the hunt.